All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. You are watching Insight. Right now, we are here talking more financial freedom, more ways of changing the way that you may think about the way that you're using your money, the way that you think about finances. I'm here right now with Shamina Taylor, bringing us all of the great information always there. I mean, attorney turned wealth expert, mentor, author, all of the above. Shamina, it's a pleasure to have you back here on the show.
Thank you for having me back. I'm so excited about today.
Yes, I am so looking forward to this. We're talking about rekindling your relationship with money. And, you know, before we started this interview, we were talking a little bit off camera just about, you know, how you speak on the way that we think about money or the way that we think about approaching money. Real quick, let's kind of turn again. You are an author. I want to touch on some of the things that you kind of mentioned in your book. Talk to me about how you kind of touch on and how you explain to those readers or those who you mentor about the importance of changing the way that you think about money.
Okay, really quickly, sometimes it could be a small shift about how you feel about money. And today we're going to talk about three things that I'm going to make sure you walk away with something important. But if you can think about money in a different way and not in a negative way, and you're not fearing it, you can open up the flow of more money coming into your world. Sometimes just a belief that you had a long time ago is blocking the flow of more money coming to you. You might think it's running out, it's going away. So for me personally, it could be a really small shift, the way you're changing your belief systems around money, that can open up so much more. You can get an extra return on your tax return. Something could come through the mail. You can get something free just by opening up the way you feel about money. And that's what we're talking about today.
We're rekindling our relationship with money. We're sharing 3 simple ways to emotional money mastery. First of all, I love those words all put together right there. What is emotional money mastery?
It is your relationship with money. Yeah. It's how you feel about money. It's your response about money. And many people have a deeper emotional relationship with money than they actually need to be honest with you. So the first thing I would say is put a label on that relationship. The way that you might feel about the most important person in your life, how you love them. What if you started looking at money from that perspective, that you actually loved money? You didn't hate it, you didn't fear it, you didn't let it control you, but you started looking at it as a way of like, oh, I really love it. You'll get less anxious about it. So maybe you can start changing the way you speak about it. Like, be mindful about the words that you're saying and the things that you're saying about money. That would be my first step. So label it. I used to call money my boo. And I would be like, oh, I love money. Money loves me. And it literally changed the way I felt about it.
Yeah, I love that. Like you said, it's about that approach. And if you put a label on it and you're able to say, look, I have this relationship, this positive relationship with money. I remember the last time you were here, we were touching on being grateful. I'm grateful I can pay this bill. I'm grateful I can be able to pay off this credit card. I'm grateful I'm able to pay my mortgage this month instead of, oh, I can't get this, I can't get that. So if we label that relationship with money and look at it differently, that allows us to be able to celebrate our relationship with money. That's the next step, huh?
That's right. So this is something that many people miss, and it's the easiest thing for you to do. If you can celebrate the relationship, like you would celebrate a birthday, an anniversary, just the same way. Like if you've got a raise at work, or if you made some money, extra money in the day, or even if you found $5 in the couch, or you found it in your pocket.
Those taxes.
I even do a penny on the ground. When I find a penny, I act like I found $1 million. And so I celebrate everything that comes through. I mean, I'm kind of crazy when I do it, but it works.
It works. Celebrate your relationship with money. I love like that you said that, whether or not it's a tax return, whether or not it's, like you said, something from a birthday, a bonus at work. And then remind yourself about your relationship. After you've labeled it, after you've celebrated, sometimes you've got to go back into the back of your memory vault and say, look, let me remind myself about the relationship that we have, huh?
Right. You had a good relationship with money. You just forgot about it. Now, if you can look at it saying it's always there to support you, that energy is going to grow. Just like when you celebrated it, you celebrate more coming to you, more will happen. So what I like to do, and this is a great way, is just always feel like money is around me. In my wallet, I will literally, I started this out with $20 is what you can do. Yeah. I started putting money in my wallet. Now I've got hundreds and hundreds in here, but I put $20 in there just to remind me that money was always there to support me. Now, the trick is that you don't spend it, because many of the times we look inside our wallet and we see just credit cards, and we're disassociated with our relationship with actual cash, the money.
Yeah.
But if you see the money in the wallet, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I always have money. Money supports me. It's always there. It shifts and changes your mindset around money and your relationship with it, because now you're like, oh, it loves me. It's here. It's always here for me.
You know, I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because when we think about this tap generation that we're in, we spend $2 here, $3 here. But if we're reminding ourselves, okay, if this was in my wallet, would I spend this a little bit differently? Really, really building that relationship. Shamina, thank you so, so much for bringing these wonderful tips, great information. Say someone watched this today and they say, look, I want to talk more with Shamina because I want to build my relationship with money, or they're interested in getting one of your books. What can they do to be able to reach out and build a relationship with you?
Well, first of all, I would go to my website, ShaminaTaylor.com, and then I would come find me on Instagram at Shamina Taylor, or you can go to Amazon and you can grab my book, Unlocking the Quantum Woman. Even though it says woman, men read it too, and they have amazing results. Or check out my podcast, The Quantum Woman. One woman made $50,000 just listening to it in January. So go ahead and binge it.
Yeah, go ahead and binge it. And I'm so glad that you said that. So go ahead and head over to Amazon, head over to the website. Thank you so much, Shamina. We appreciate you as always.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Everyone, take a look at your screen right now. You can find out more information about Shamina Taylor. Again, visit her website. Reach out to her. Attorney turned wealth expert, a business mentor, author, speaker, all of the above. She's got it. Thanks so much, Shamina. We'll be right back, everyone.